Good afternoon and welcome to the Public Works Committee for October 3rd. It's a special meeting. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Second point is declarations of conflict. I'm going to have to personally declare conflict on the first discussion item, which is sidewalks package B. So at that time, Councillor McAleer will step into the chair. Is there anybody else who has any conflicts? I'm not seeing any. Can I have someone move to approve our agenda? Moved by His Worship, second by Councillor Tweel. Adoption of our minutes from September 18th, which are attached. Moved by Councillor McAleer, second by His Worship. Okay. Is there any business arising from those minutes? No. Seeing none, which lets us move right into our first report. This is where I'm going to have to step out. John, I'm going to ask you to take the chair. I have it up for you.
All right. Yeah, just the item we have before us is the tender that went out for sidewalks, Package B, 2024 Package B. You have it in your packages. As you can see with the tender, there were three submissions, and in this case, three submissions for Landmark, Earthform, Island Coastal, and based on the report, the staff recommendation is to go with Earthform, which in this case happens to be the lowest tender at $1,327,000. And as the package indicates, the report indicates, Earthform, I guess, is not new to doing business with the city, and and the package project includes, as it says, the three project sites in the tender package are Scott Street, Westcombe, and Angus Drive. So moved. Seconder? Seconded. Moved by Mayor Brown. Seconded by Councillor Tweel. So.
Resolution's on the floor.
So resolution's on the floor. Is there any
question there, sir?
Questions? Okay.
So,
Mayor Brown.
Through the chair to the chief engineer, CBCL did the tender, right, Mr. Adams? Did they prepare the tender?
Yes, they prepared the tender documents and designed the work.
Yeah, because I noticed in the next tender, it was prepared by Sable Arc, correct?
Yes, that's correct, the next resolution.
So,
Yep.
when you tender out, is there a consistency on information that is submitted with the tender? That is, because we have large tender packages, small tender packages, if they come in paper form, then they have to be scanned and then put in our data system, where it's easier if it's just electronically or PDF sent to us. So for this package, was part of the submission requiring an electronic version or copy? That is like a USB stick.
Yes, as far as I know, I would have to confirm all that detail. I believe there was a requirement for a USB stick to be in the package with the document. We don't open them as Public Works. That is a finance matter. So when the package comes in, finance is the one that receives them, and they do the public tendering and opening. So they're supposed to be aware of the requirements in each document of what is being asked of each contractor. And so they're the ones that make the determination if everything has been received accordingly. As far as we're aware, they believe everything that is required or was received.
So just to follow up, Mr. Chair, did CBCL do package A and package B?
That's correct. They did both tenders.
So is that a requirement in the tender to submit a electronic copy?
I will have to confirm what is in the document,
Yeah.
but
So
I can confirm
the reason
that.
I ask, today I attended the opening of a tender for water and wastewater utility, and they came in there was only one bidder in here, but 3 packages come in. But there was no USB stick, it was just paper copy.
Right.
I'd just like to know if that's a requirement, if there's no USB stick, is a contractor able to email it?
Right, and then that's a question for finance, if that is acceptable.
Yeah.
We would have to confirm that. So those are questions we can definitely confirm.
And I might bring it up at the Finance Committee on Monday too, Mr. Chair. Again, this is about openness and transparency. I know that we've gone through Canoe on some of these tenders, but we don't get the detail because when you go with a local engineering firm doing the tender, that way you get to see, you get an opportunity to ask questions like this and find out, was it electronically copied? Was it electronically emailed? Like, again, tenders are so particular today, but again, it's about efficiency when we have to take those documents and scan them if we only have a paper copy. So I understand the need for a USB stick. Yeah, so if you can just email us, with the information. I'd
Yeah,
like to
we
have
can,
that, if I can, before the Finance Committee meeting on Monday.
We can definitely ask
Thank you, sir.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Brown. Any other questions on the resolution? All right. Okay, I'll get Chair Julie to come back and take the meeting.
No, you have to vote first.
Oh,
You have to vote. She can't participate in the vote.
I thought we voted, sorry. So,
Question called.
questions call, all those in favor? 2, all right. Councillor Twill and Mayor Brown, favor. All right, good to go? All right, take Julie back in.
Take your laptop, Johnny. Is that your Surface?
Thank you. Just trying to follow the.
You left it there, Johnny. Johnny.
Thank you, Councillor McAleer. So we'll move on to the second report, which is a resolution for Charlottetown City Hall roof strengthening. Scott?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So yes, this is an item that was identified last year when we were doing the renos to the outside of the facility. The consultant that was doing the work recommended at the time to do some strengthening from the inside of City Hall, just to ensure the longevity of our roof, and it's up to current structural standards. So we issued a tender. We received 2 bids, and we're recommending the low bid of CP Construction in the amount of $59,000 plus all applicable taxes be accepted.
Fairly straightforward. There's a question. Go ahead, Councillor Twill.
As you pointed out, the roof is structurally, I guess, meets all the codes, national building code. That's safe to say, Scott. So, can you give me a thumbnail sketch as to the actual scope of the work? I mean, you said that they've already gone through the process of determining whether or not the roof is structurally sound. So, what I'm looking for is just some kind of a synopsis as to what we can expect from the strengthening of the roof provided by this company.
Thank you, Councillor. So I can't go into the details or in terms of exactly what work is going to take place. There's a number of different types of strengthening that needs to be done, whether it's cistern up joist, and then there's another method of there's some cabling. So there's a couple different things that are going to happen. But again, it was a recommendation of a consultant, engineering consultant who specializes in historical buildings like this. Recommended that it needed to be done sooner rather than later, just because we did add the slate tiles to the roofs, and with snow loads, we wanted to make sure that roof's gonna stay up and for the long haul, especially investing so much money in it recently. This is just one last thing we need to do to make sure this facility stays watertight and the roof stays up and in place.
Thank you. Councillor McAleer, you had a question?
Yeah, to the chair, if you know the answer, and otherwise to the manager, I guess. Just quick question: has CP Construction done work for the city in the past? Is this first contract?
I'm just going to let Scott answer that. Yeah.
A good question, Councillor. I'm not 100% sure if they have done work for us in the past or not. They are a reputable construction firm in the city. You see them on a lot of different sites. We review the submission as well as our consultant, Sable Arc, who helped us with this work. They're familiar with their work. They saw no issues with them being able to perform this work, and that's why they submitted the letter of recommendation as well, just to support the decision.
Great, that was my second question. That's fine. Thank you.
Perfect. So we're ready to move. We're ready to put the resolution on the floor to move to council. Moved by His Worship, second by Councillor Twill. Okay, all those in favor of moving this ahead? Unanimous. That's wonderful. His Worship's favorite part. Oh, go ahead, Councillor Twill.
Can you put your mic on, Councillor Twill?
Scott, I know you don't have the information in front of you, but can we get a breakdown what the actual work consists of so we can get a better understanding? You know,
Yeah, what I'll do is
if you
I'll ask
could.
our consultant to kind of give me just a couple lines of what the
Yeah, just-
entirety work can.
You know, because we're going to have
entail.
that vote Tuesday night. I'd just like to know the specifics.
Certainly, yeah.
Madam Chair.
All right,
would-
thank
would
you.
that- Madam Chair,
You'd
would
like
that-
something on the agenda for our next
Would that
meeting?
not be in the tender there, Chief Engineer? Scope of the work?
Your Worship, yes, it would be in the tender document,
just
but we
scope of
can,
work just said that.
we can get a short and sweet version of it from our consultant.
Yeah, I looked on online, saw it.
You want something at it for our next
Well, are we at new
meeting?
business?
We are at new
Okay,
business.
Thank you.
No discussion, just was something you'd like him ready for next meeting.
Oh, I understand the rules. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
So, again, I just wanted, I keep going back to this schedule here. Okay, for the Phase 1, Phase 2, for the Eastern Gateway Big Dig project. And I've looked at both tenders, and I just want to get more information, because in the first tender, for Phase 1, I want to know, did we do it, or did someone else do it? In Phase 2, it was done by EXP. And in EXP, under Article A11, they address liquidated damages, which you referred to at one of the meetings I asked. So I just want to get more information on that, Madam Chair. And the other issue, as we approach welcoming the CIB, the Communities in Bloom delegates from all across the country, just want to make sure that, we do a good job in cleaning up the litter, but sometimes it accumulates more than we would like to see. And I can tell you the lighting in the downtown, Chief Engineer Scott, I've talked to you about this before. Can you just come back to us in something at our next meeting about improving that lighting down in the downtown? It's pretty dark some places. Thank you.
Positive
Thank you,
news
Madam
today,
Chair.
there's going to be two-way traffic happening, moving on, starting today for direction on.
Today?
Today.
Starting Friday, sorry.
Friday, sorry.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
updated on that.
Yeah, we've had the discussion with our contractors this afternoon, and will be two-way traffic starting Friday after supper on Grafton Street. People are expected to be aware, it's still a construction zone, there's still work to be done, but, so there will be some delays sometimes, there'll be stop-and-go traffic at times, just to allow for construction equipment, but, yeah, we will be looking at allowing traffic in both directions this weekend.
It means I'll have to go to
And there's
Winslow
been
for my
some
coffee.
lots of good feedback. People are starting to see the positive effects that are going to happen as a result of all the.
That's why it's a $14 million
pain
project.
in the impatience level as far as this project.
Oh, no, business has to go on.
Business
Thank you.
does. Scarecrows are all around town. Make sure you get out, and it's Farm Day in the city. So next thing is I need someone for a motion to adjourn.
I'll do that.
And seconded by Councillor Twill. All in favor? Yes. Okay, look forward to seeing you at our next Public Works Committee meeting. Have a good night. It'll be right after our council meeting, right? Thank you.